So, it's come to this. Truly, we have reached the bottom of the barrel. Oh, just hearing this Philips CDI BIOS just puts a pit in my stomach. As Doug Walker said before he reviewed the Star Wars Christmas special, you have no idea the kind of shit-spewing fear I'm experiencing right now. I'm just gonna let the cutscenes play out as is, by the way.
Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi? I hope she made lots of spaghetti. Luigi, look! It's from Bowser. Dear pesky plumbers, the Koopalings and I have taken over the Mushroom Kingdom. The princess is now a permanent guest at one of my 7 Koopa hotels. I dare you to find her if you can. We gotta find the princess. And you gotta help us. If you need instructions on how to get through the hotels, check out the enclosed instruction book.
How about that? They've got a nice jazzy remix of the main theme. So yeah, I'm generally gonna try to have minimal commentary on the cutscenes.
When Koopas are involved.
I'm going to act as an archaeologist who doesn't want to disturb the art of ancient peoples, and I'm just gonna let the horrors of Hotel Mario play out as is. So, first things first, the goal of Hotel Mario is to close all the doors, of course. That's what the Mario Brothers are known for. Closing doors. Occasionally you're just gonna see me completely just whiff past one of the doors, though. And that's just one of the many frustrating quirks of Hotel Mario is the hitboxes on the door. See like that. Took me 3 tries to close the door because the hitboxes are slightly funny. But this is the Philips CDI. It wasn't even meant to play games per se. It was basically just a glorified CD player, hardware-wise. So we really gotta set our expectations as low as they can go. Yep, that can happen. That can happen. It wouldn't truly be the Philips CDI experience unless it was completely aggravating every step of the way. And Hotel Mario's considered the good one out of the Nintendo CDI games. The Zelda games are even worse, if you can believe that. Going into this, I thought I knew about all the curveballs it could potentially throw at me, but by God, there were even more. So, if this is your first time ever experiencing Hotel Mario, you may be wondering to yourself, how in the world did something like this even get made to begin with? Nintendo has quality control standards. They would never allow a subpar product to get made. Well, you see, many years ago, I made this game. No, many years ago, there was a bizarre contract loophole with Philips, the technology company, where they were given the rights to make Nintendo games. They said, hey, we'll just make our own Marios and Zeldas. We have the right to do it. Nintendo can't stop us. And so work began, and they said to themselves, how do you make video games, by the way? Ooh, that's the special rainbow coin, by the way. Guess what that does? Does it make you gay? No, it just counts as 10 coins. Yeah, not very exciting. Anyway, so yes, Philips made 3 Zeldas and 2 Marios, and this is the end product of all that hard work. Trying to make games for something that's primarily a CD player is very challenging to do, especially when you've never even made a video game before. As previously stated, the fact that this even comes out to a functioning product is a miracle. I think with the voice acting, And the animation, well, not the voice acting, but the animation for the Zelda games at least. I believe the animation was outsourced to Russia of all places, which is just doubly bizarre because when you think animation and outsourcing, most companies outsource to either Japan or Korea, or I guess maybe even China in some case. It's like, where did this thought process come from?
I am made of blue sky and golden light, and I will feel this way forever.
Just hang in there, viewer. Hang in there. What are we on? Episode 1, minute 5, and it's already crashed twice? This game very much does not want to be played. It knows that it's supposed to be just buried in the annals of history and should never be dug up. It's gonna fight us every step of the way. So we've got a new enemy now. See? 2 enemies now. I guess it would be even more sucky if it was just Goombas the entire game, but I guess that's one point towards Hotel Mario. They keep introducing new stuff as you go. For the sake of visual variety, it would be nice if the Koopas functioned the way they did in regular Mario. Or if you jumped on them, they would have shells you could push around to fight other enemies, but I suppose that would have been a bit too hard to program. Every time the screen comes up, it's a roll of the dice whether or not the game's gonna keep going. It adds tension to the Let's Play. You don't know if we can continue from here or not. But yeah, I guess the physics involved in what was possible in an NES game of being able to kick the shells around, they didn't quite have the experienced programmers they needed at Philips. If I haven't already mentioned it, the enemies can reopen doors if you just leave them be, so there's certainly an incentive to deal with the enemies when they're there. Because reopening doors is one of the most inconvenient things that can happen in this game. I've figured out through my meticulous playthrough of this that there's 3 possible triggers for doors getting reopened. Sometimes there's event-based triggers where it's in the game's script, where it's like, okay, he opened the elevator on the 3rd floor to the right. When that happens for the first time, the door on the 1st floor over here is going to reopen. And sometimes it's timing-based, or if you take too long, the game punishes you for taking too long by introducing something. It's going to take up even more time and bring that time up even closer. And then the 3rd thing is sometimes the enemies can just reopen it themselves. 3 possible triggers for reopening doors. So now the Wiggler, we're going to see him in a second here. Where did I go? Oh, okay, there we go. He doesn't function as you would think. In regular Mario, you can just do a quick blop, 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 and you're done. It feels fun to do it, but not here. I don't know how they do things in that horse and pony show you call regular Mario, but here in Hotel Mario, we don't mess around. When we want to get rid of Wigglers in Hotel Mario, it's a slow and methodical process where you can only jump on one of his heads at a time. If you jump on any of the non-head segments, it counts as a hit towards you. And also, you can't jump on him while he's turning, and you have to wait for the head to regrow. You gotta do all of that. See, I had to jump him completely once he got short enough, otherwise he would have just run me right off the edge of the screen as well. A lot of thought goes into this, viewer. If I haven't already mentioned, this is way harder than it looks, by the way. In case you were wondering how I was able to figure out that incredibly obtuse way that they expect you to deal with the Wigglers, and how I knew all of that from the start, well, let's just say there were many, many bad takes that were thrown out before this episode got made. On the Fire Flower, thankfully the Fire Flower is broken in a different way. It makes the game too easy, because now you can just do that. Due to the limitations of the CDI, though, you can only have 2 fireballs on screen at a time. If you try to press the button combination any more than that, just no fireballs will be produced. Valuable information to keep in mind. And also, you don't want to step out of the doors when there's an enemy in front of it, obviously. That was probably self-explanatory, but in case you ever try to play Hotel Mario yourself. So yeah, it's crazy how overpowered the Fire Flower is. We can get the Wiggler in 1 hit instead of 5. And it's okay to hit him while he's turning around now. Difference of night and day. It's not even annoying that they reopen that same door like twice. We certainly are lucky that I knew the exact time and place that the Fire Flower was gonna spawn in on that particular stage. It's almost like I've had to do this over and over and over again, and I know exactly where to be in order to spare myself the horrors of trying to do this with just the jumps. It's almost like I've been through a cruel, agonizing experience behind the scenes in order to make this look easy. Yeah. Ooh, you see that scary figure in the background there? It's almost like the shadow people of Hell Valley from Mario Galaxy 2. If you know that reference. Come to think of it, maybe this game is where Galaxy 2 got the idea from. For all we know, maybe Miyamoto's like a huge Hotel Mario fan, and he considers this to be like a masterclass in game design. And he looked at Hotel Mario World 1 Stage 8, and he wanted to have like a tribute to Hotel Mario World 1 Stage 8 in Galaxy 2, and so he did. He put like a little Easter egg in the game, in an area that most people wouldn't find it. He's paying tribute to his favorite thing. Yeah, we did it. You know, just thinking, Shigeru Miyamoto is in his 70s. Within the next, 20 years from now, we're gonna have the tragic day when Shigeru Miyamoto shuffles off the mortal coil. And when that day comes, you think there's just gonna be like a bunch of pimply, disgusting nerds at his funeral acting like they're his family and acting like they know him somehow, and this man was my childhood. They're gonna fly all the way out to Japan to see him on their mom's money. That kind of seems like the type of thing that would happen. I feel like the Reddit crowd could very easily ruin Shigeru Miyamoto's funeral. Basically treat it like a convention. Convention people. So this level's got good color wheel representation, I must say. Yes, that's a new feature of my editing software, and I was just looking for a way to work it into the conversation. But yes, we got a good tricolor scheme going on here. These are some very fall-oriented colors. I feel like I could go on a home decorating show. I want my room to look like World 1 Stage 9 of Hotel Mario. Those poor people who run the decorating show are gonna have to buy a CDI in order to... Well, I guess they could just look it up on YouTube. Yeah, that would be easier. But yes, to wrap up my point here, there's all kinds of cool new features on my my editing software, and I guess YouTube in general. I got a new computer with Windows 11, and you wouldn't believe all the stuff it can do. The world's changed, Jerry. I lost the Fire Flower in between takes, so yeah, there's that. But we won't need it too bad. It's just one guy. How bad can it be? So yeah, there's a whole new landscape of stuff on YouTube now. They've got like an auto-translate feature in the browser, and I can replace my own audio with like a Spanish text-to-speech saying all of this instead. I don't know why anybody would want that, but the feature is there. And while I was away, I was looking at other channels just to get ideas on how to do some more snappy editing and such. I was looking at the gaming channels that actually get views, just like that rainbow-colored crap for kids. Oh, we're done. Now I don't get to tell my story. Well, I guess you'll just have to find out next episode what I was gonna say.
Hey, Princess!
Oh!
How are we gonna find the princess with the power going out? Maybe there's a switch in one of the rooms. Remind me to check.